A Dave Leitch film is defined by epic action and a massive finale. One of David's hesitations about joining the project was the concern about creating action in a super small space, wondering how much could be done that way. He reframed it as an opportunity, and the team at 8711 embraced the challenge of making bold, original action films, which was a key source of excitement behind Bullet Train. The team is ready for action, and their process begins with the director. They read the script, discussed the director's vision for the story and for each character, and then conceptualize together. They enter the stunt gym to develop stunt vis and shoot their own mini-movies of the fight scenes, which are then pitched to the director. Training the actors in this way paid off once they reached set. A brief timeout occurs during a rehearsal, followed by a dynamic moment of action. When it comes to David Leitch and action, they are regarded as being in the best hands possible, with 8711 recognized as one of the best stunt teams. The team's expertise is trusted and relied upon. The designer team at 8711 is praised for its design and for a cast of highly talented stunt inventors. Humor is woven into the fights, and the performers already have much of it prepared. All that remains is for them to learn it. The performers confirm their readiness with exclamations of, "We're good," and "I've got it." In this approach, acting is integrated into the action. The conversation turns to a specific example, the Lemon versus Ladybug fight, which unfolds in a quiet car, creating cinematic gold. The challenge is to fight quietly, leading to uncomfortable positions that force the characters to act buddy-buddy when caught off guard. Instead of perpetual punching, the fights are choreographed in rhythms with pauses to enhance storytelling. The choreography took about 2 weeks to master, and the most distracting detail was Brad's hair, described as golden wheat and visually striking. The team notes that they completed the sequence, acknowledging their collaboration and effort. Each fight is crafted to be unique to its character, with fights designed to define the character dynamics. The wolf's fight, for example, is set up to express a man madly in love who has lost his passion, juxtaposed with Brad's character, who remains unaware of the surrounding events. The fight design communicates that narrative. Bad Bunny brought humility, hard work, and a readiness to embrace any challenge, quickly absorbing the choreography. The training days were intense, especially for the speaker, who still enjoyed them. A declaration of relentless pursuit echoes, an intention to continue seeking the target. The Hornet fight stands out for its simplicity, humor, and the element of surprise, with a playful atmosphere facilitated by Brad's relaxed performance. The dialogue captures the sense of enjoying the process while making a movie. Specific lines from the battle exchanges are referenced, including threats and retaliations that heighten the stakes and drama of the scenes. Using action to define characters enhances audience satisfaction, though some action sequences serve purely for action's sake. However, this was not the case on Bullet Train. The project is described as boldly original and wildly creative, with shocks, twists, and surprises around every corner. The final product is celebrated as a compelling culmination of the collaborative effort. Overall, Bullet Train is appreciated for its energy and execution, with the team expressing excitement to watch it and acknowledging the collaborative effort, camaraderie, and fun that went into it. The cast is described as diverse and entertaining, with a balance of highs and lows, danger and enjoyment. Taken together, all of these elements contributed to Bullet Train becoming an excellent ride for everyone involved. The scene opens with readiness and background established, followed by the cue to begin. The dialogue proceeds with an instruction to start, and the script is read, revealing the initial reaction. The project is a fun movie with strong writing and compelling characters. However, there is trepidation about how it will be brought to life. The creative team discusses the concept of Punch and Judy, recognizing the freshness and originality that resonates with everyone. Kelly is instrumental in getting the speaker on board, guiding them through the process, and together they find a path forward. A question is posed about whether that constitutes a good answer, and the response is praise. The action cue signals a countdown, and the speaker reflects on a career in the film industry, beginning as a stunt performer. A phrase in italics hints at concern for a colleague on set. The time in the industry shifts from stunt performer to stunt coordinator, with concurrent work as a fight choreographer, designing, filming, and editing fight scenes. This work sparks an interest in directing. A sequence of rapid onset actions follows, including discussions about whether to talk things out. Through fight choreography, storytelling emerges as a microcosm of a film, defining characters and working with narrative, naturally leading to a desire to tell the whole story. The discussion of David Leitch's career notes a familiarity and admiration for his transition from stunt work to acclaimed action direction. The on-set atmosphere is described as calm and supportive, qualities attributed to Leitch that contribute to practical filmmaking. Leitch's collaboration with the team is highlighted, including his prior experience as a stunt double for a notable actor. The relationship between the stunt personnel and the director is portrayed as collaborative and protective, with a moment on a train in Japan addressing etiquette and manners. The on-set process is described as special, especially when working with Leach, who is also identified as the speaker's spouse, Kelly. Their joint filmmaking process is described as collaborative, with Kelly's creative input transforming the film. The team discusses where each character's emotional allegiance lies, a factor that ultimately brings Leach on board. The film's premise centers on a train full of assassins, raising questions about how much audiences can care for such characters. Kelly's sensitivity to the material is praised, and the team delves into the character's humanity, including Ladybug's existential struggle and the brotherhood between Brian Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Despite the killer's mercenary nature, themes of care and humanity emerge, fostering a connection with the audience. The discussion of performance emphasizes working through variations and being present with collaborators, including ongoing edits and rewrites to ensure ample material for the final cut. The process is described as iterative, with production, editorial, and discovery phases each contributing to the evolving movie. A sentiment is shared that the project transformed more than any previous work, for the better. On-set anecdotes include joking about being shot and the ongoing humor between cast and crew. The director's artistry is praised as undeniably beautiful, with a clear understanding of what to shoot, how to light it, and how to capture it, with everyone involved from hair and makeup to all departments. The collaborative approach to filmmaking is emphasized, noting the ensemble as a family. The speaker's fondness for the film's beginning and the moment of readiness to answer the call is highlighted. The producing team is described as a large, collaborative family, with Paul Berry as first AD, maintaining cohesion and contributing creatively. Jonathan Sella, the cinematographer on every film directed by the speaker, is described as a close collaborator whose pre-production discussions inform the project's vision. David Leitch's reputation for producing fun, loud, bloody, fast-paced movies is acknowledged, and the team recognizes the ride that comes with such a project. The final cue, cut, all right, cut, perfect, marks the end of the sequence. A discussion about an ensemble emphasizes that the movie boasts a broad and impressive cast. The performers' involvement is described as incredible, with ongoing surprise at who appears in the project. The sentiment is that a strong script like Bullet Train, combined with David Leitch's direction and the addition of notable actors, builds a formidable team and a joyful experience. Characters Tangerine and Lemon are introduced as trained assassins on edge, paired. They are described as partners, perhaps even resembling a married dynamic rather than twins. Their exchange reveals Lemon's sour disposition, while others remind themselves that lemons can inspire lemon meringue pie. The dialogue about lemons shifts to humorous banter, including a casual reference to Thomas the Tank Engine to distinguish good from bad, which triggers a playful but tense moment. The energy and chemistry between Brian Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson are noted as immediate, with Brian bringing consistent intensity. Upon meeting, they quickly sense a shared direction and enjoy the collaborative process. A crew member mentions a personal milestone going through bachelor celebrations without elaborating. There is a reflection on a character named Wataru, with a revelation about who pushed him off a roof attributed to the fate surrounding a family member. The speaker describes the film as also about luck, suggesting a shift in Kimura's fortune and the notion that his luck turns in a significant way. Andrew's character is described as the heartbeat of the movie, possessing an action background and strong dramatic abilities. An audition tape from Andrew, captured in a tearful opening scene, convinced the team of his fit, leading to immediate enthusiasm to reach out with the decision to cast him. The experience of working on the project is surreal, and I admire Hiroyuki Sanada and the rest of the cast. A playful caution arises when noting that one actor has kidnapped another, framed as a ransom situation in a metaphorical sense, plus a lighthearted aside about white girl tears. The character Prince is highlighted for using charm to achieve outcomes, which often lands him in trouble. Recollections of the on-set moments reveal that Prince's day on set is consistently enjoyable and that the character's presence is hard to relinquish. The Elder is portrayed as a florist who once belonged to a crime family, making the challenge of playing such varied roles rewarding. Hiroyuki Sanada's gravitas and sensitivity in the Elder's portrayal are praised as remarkable. The Hornet is described as a character who influences scenes from behind the main action, adding a layer of intrigue that may go unnoticed until it matters. The search for the right actor to play the wolf leads to Bad Bunny, whose involvement stems from his global superstardom and a prior Narcos experience. His quick study and dedication make him a standout on the train, generating excitement about bringing the wolf to life. The production team emphasizes his commitment and hard work. Overall, Bullet Train is characterized as an action-packed, entertaining, full-on comedy featuring a star-studded global cast. The team expresses gratitude for the collaboration, noting everyone's dedication, high energy, and strong performances. The sense across the production is that the cast members are genuinely enjoying each other's company, which translates to the on-screen vitality.